Well, good morning. It's another week, and we're through with our blossom thinner sprays, our lime sulfur sprays, and so now we're into the petal fall timing, what we call petal fall. And you can see most of the petals have fallen from the tree here. And today we have a decision to make. We have to decide if the crop that we're looking for is set or not. If it is set and we have what we want, then we get another opportunity to thin fruit using 7. It's called the petal fall spray, and it works very, very well in thinning off some more of this fruit. Some of this fruit in here, if you get in here, you can kind of see that right there. Let me see if I can zoom in on that right there. Get that in focus. There we go. Some of that fruit is obviously going to fall. See how we talked about those crowns being turned down here, right? Those are completely down, not moving at all. That apple is going to abort. On the other hand, these kings here, see how that king is starting to turn up, right? That crown is just starting to close and it's turning up. That apple is set. In fact, most all of these kings are set. Look at that king right there. That king is set. He's ready. He's going to make it. And those queens, see how the queens are turned down? Those aren't going to make it. Once again, the king here is set. So as I look around, what I see is a lot of kings that are set, and even some sides. Here, for instance, is a king that's set right here. See if I can get in there. See, that's set. But look at the queen beside of it. See, that's set too. We did manage to abort some of those, but we still have to thin some more fruit off of here. I want to get rid of that queen back there that's hiding back there. I want her to drop so that I'm left with just one king. So what I'm really looking for is a king and a king and a king, and I want those to be spaced equally about a fist apart on this tree. So we have a little more thinning to do. This is called the petal fall spray, or the 7 spray. 7 is it's an insecticide, and not only does it kill insects, but it has the effect of these trees. We've learned over the years that it makes the tree just sick enough or just stressed enough that those strong kings are going to stay on the tree when we spray it, but some of those weaker queens, they're going to go ahead and fall off and they're going to abort. So before we spray that, there's a couple things we want to do. We want to make sure that the bees are pulled out of the field. We don't want any bees in here when we're spraying insecticides. We've already done that. We pulled the bees. Look at that beautiful king there, right? See that king there? And then those sides that are just ready for a 7 spray. If we put this 7 on now, those weak sides that you can see right there, those are going to go ahead and fall off. So yeah, we're going to pull the bees out of here, and I'm going to go ahead and get a recommendation written up, and we're going to spray what's called a petal fall spray. And that'll take about 7 to 10 days for that fruit to fall off. Heat makes it work a lot better. If you get a little bit of heat, which we're going to, it's going to get up in the 80s here over the course of this week. It'll make it much more effective. So you want to be real careful in the rates you use on that. You want to know what the weather condition is, and you want to have some experience. You know, I've done this many times, and it's scary because you can knock a crop on the ground in a real big hurry if you don't know what you're doing. But now's the perfect timing. We've pollinated this crop. We've done the blossom thinning, and that has weakened them and set them up for this next spray, which is called the petal fall spray. We're going to go ahead and start pulling the trigger on those, and we're probably going to drop 60% of this fruit on the ground using the petal fall spray, which will lead us into hand thinning. So once we get through that and this fruit begins to size up, then we'll go ahead and start hand thinning just as soon as we possibly can. That's the process of setting a crop. You spent the month of April setting the crop and pollinizing the crop, and then you spend most of May thinning the crop back off, May and even June. So that's just kind of the way it works, but we do want to get these thinned down pretty good to where we just have about 1 apple every 6 inches. So anyway, that's what I'm doing on this Monday, petal fall sprays.